I begin with a series of questions. What is the uniqueness of the Seventh-day Adventist message? If you were asked what makes Seventh-day Adventists unique, how would you respond? Would you say, well, it's our message on the second coming. Adventist is part of our name, it's part of our heritage, and that which makes Seventh-day Adventists unique is the fact we believe in the second coming of Christ. If that were your response, the question might be, aren't there other religious denominations that also preach on the second coming of Christ? So wouldn't you agree with me that the doctrine of the second coming of Christ does not make the Seventh-day Adventist message unique? Although there are other evangelical Christians that believe in the rapture, there are many evangelical Christians that believe in the second coming of Christ as we do, that it's literal, it's visible in the clouds of heaven. If the second coming is not unique about Adventists, what about the Sabbath? Is that our unique contribution to Christendom? Well, there are Seventh-day Baptists that believe in the Sabbath, so we would not say that either the Advent or the Sabbath is the essence of our uniqueness. What about our doctrine about the state of the dead? Does the state of the dead make Seventh-day Adventists unique in our theology? Well, there are other Christians who believe in the state of the dead. What about the doctrine of hell? Well, many Christians today are moving away from the idea of an ever-burning hell. Even John Stott, the Anglican preacher in London, has moved away from ever-burning hell. You read Fudge's new book, not so new anymore. It's probably a decade old now. It was probably the greatest contribution to the Christian church on the doctrine of hell. Fudge is a theologian, not a Seventh-day Adventist certainly, but he's written a monumental thesis on hell that is probably the most biblical that I have ever seen, called The Fire That Consumes. So neither our doctrine of Sabbath or second coming or hell or state of the dead would determine our uniqueness. If I had to define what is unique about the Seventh-day Adventist Church, I think I would define it this way. The Seventh-day Adventist understanding that God has raised up a divine movement of destiny to prepare people physically, mentally, and spiritually for the coming of Jesus is unique in Christendom. The concept that here is a divine movement that God has raised up to prepare a world for the coming of the Lord, and that preparation includes physical dimensions of life, mental dimensions